Hello again, Irish fans, and welcome to the final 2016 edition of Inside Notre Dame Football with Brian Kelly. I'm Jack Nolan. On this show, we will review this past season with Coach Kelly and talk about the actions he is taking to turn all those close losses in 2016 into wins in 2017. 7 of Notre Dame's losses were by a total of just 32 points, which means Notre Dame did not do what was necessary to close out games, but at the same time, the players made a lot of plays to put themselves in position to win those games. Here's a look.
Ball is teed up.
Here come the Irish.
Kaiser keeps, goes inside, steps into the end zone, standing up. His 5th running touchdown, and the Irish go the distance on the opening drive and take a lead. Goes to the end zone, receivers open. Touchdown! Torrey Hunter and Dexter Williams is on the run. Can they catch him? They cannot. He's going to go the distance, 59 yards.
As they give it to Polston again, and Polston motors up the middle with a big hole and more first down yardage.
Just keep doing what you do, baby. Just keep doing what you do.
Here is a handoff, and
Breaking into open field, and on the run is Josh Adams inside the 30 and the 20 and the 10, and he goes in standing up. Touchdown, Notre Dame. He just broke a 67-yard score.
Greer Martini, he is the lead tackler. A lot of players go down in a splash of water.
Onwalu jumps on it.
Guy is sacked. Asmir Bilal.
Then finishing them off is Niles Morgan.
And the first half is in the books.
They're not taking it from us today.
You are always a winner. We are never defeated. Let's money team, baby. We money team, baby.
D-boys on 2, 1, 2. D-boys.
Gut check time. That's why you play football, for these gut check moments right now.
Let's have fun.
Oh, yeah!
Great energy. Keep the energy up, or let's go win this game.
The Notre Dame sideline gets into it again.
Blocked. The extra point blocked.
Flying down the field is Cole Luke. He's not done.
Are you kidding me?
Looking for a place to go. Intercepted by Notre Dame. Kaiser takes a look. Pumps. Looks long. On target. Touchdown Notre Dame.
Hurdles for the touchdown.
He might be the play of the year. Big roster. Sack him. It's over. The Irish win the game.
Great job. Proud of every one of you. And what you did this week is you had the will to prepare yourself for winning. The things that I'm most proud of are our seniors. When these guys benefit from your leadership next year and the year after, you'll know why we're going to celebrate you.
Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Inside Notre Dame Football is presented by TireRack.com and brought to you by Team Notre Dame partners, Coca-Cola, Under Armour, and Gatorade. Inside Notre Dame Football is also brought to you by Bank of America, Canon, Xfinity, Delta Airlines, proud to be the official airline of Notre Dame Athletics, Nissan, Notre Dame Federal Credit Union, Sirius XM Satellite Radio, and UPS.
Between now and spring practice, what's your schedule look like?
Well, I think for the next 10 days, we'll be putting a staff together. I think that's the most important thing. I'd like to get the staff solidified before the holidays, if we can do that. Maybe that might be a stretch in some instances, but for the most part, have that solidified so nobody's going through the holidays not knowing what their situation is. And then I think we get the staff back in here right when recruiting opens back up, attack the recruiting, finish up. You know, we only have a few spots left in the recruiting, and then get to work on this football team. When they get back on campus, it's going to be pretty exciting, but it's going to be a great challenge as well. Our football team is going to learn the grind necessary to win games in the fourth quarter, and that will be the emphasis.
It is unusual to name captains this early. Why did you do that?
Well, I wanted them to get the message out to who we are and why we're here, and we need to get back to, Notre Dame being the primary reason why we're here. Not what's in it for me, but why we're here, and to restore the tradition, the pride, and a commitment to Notre Dame football. That was the first thing that I did when I got here, and we're going to restore that back this year. And so I wanted a leadership group in place to assist in that messaging, and then to help empower others to get that message. As you mentioned, we've got a young football team. And I didn't do a good enough job to get that message across. I'm going to use our leadership group to help get that message there.
Now you're in a position where you get to fill the defensive coordinator position, the offensive coordinator position, and the special teams coordinator position. So I guess after a season where you need to make some changes, this really enables you to completely rebuild your staff.
Yeah, so those are three key leadership positions within your organization. So it's absolutely crucial that you find the right people that recognize the vision that you have and embrace the vision that you have for your program. Understand Notre Dame. I mean, we have a uniqueness here at Notre Dame that you have to embrace. And then, again, they have to be compatible to the things that we want to do on the field. And so I think in all three of those positions, they're going to make a huge impact. I think we're going to be able to improve our football team with these three hires, and we're right in the middle of that process, but one that I'm very excited about.
You never want to be in this position coming off a 4-8 season, but also doesn't it, for younger players who are very, very good, give them even more of a vision that, hey, I can go in there and I can help, and maybe help right away?
This class coming in believes they're going to be, that group that restores the pride and tradition of Notre Dame football. 4-8 is not who we are, and it hasn't been and won't be moving forward, but they believe that they're that group that will have that swagger and that confidence that brings Notre Dame football back to where it needs to be.
Deshaun Kaiser made the decision to declare for the NFL draft. Another decision I know you support.
I do. It's never an easy decision, to leave college, and because that's the primary reason why you come to Notre Dame is to get a degree. So those are never easy decisions, but the window is right for him. If you look at all the things that are in front of him, in terms of football, he's only going to get better. And I think the timing really sets it well for him to go this year because of the way the draft is going to fall. And I just, I'd like to support him to be in school again. But I'm going to support his decision in this one and give him the opportunity now to look forward to the next step for him.
As of today, as we do this interview, 50 of the players on your last depth chart have eligibility remaining, which means, as opposed to this year when you were very young, next year you have a lot of guys coming back on both sides of the ball who have played a lot of football.
That's going to, obviously be a big, key for us, is that, we go into the opener against Temple with guys that have experience, that understand how to play for 4 quarters and finishing out games. So make no mistake about it, that's going to be a key plus for us in that sense. But we still have to do the right things in January and February and leading up to that. And so that's why the work started last week with getting the leaders in place and then having a very rigorous off-season program where we develop that toughness and grit that we're going to need in the fourth quarter. And then throw on top of that, when we take the field, veteran players.
When you look at offense, we've touched on the quarterback situation. I know everybody's very excited about Brandon Wimbush. Other than the quarterback situation, Mark Harrell on the line, and Torrey Hunter, everybody's back.
Yeah, that's exciting, right? And you always start up front. And when you have two guys that are arguably first-round draft picks, and Mike McGlinchey and, obviously Quentin Nelson, and they're coming back, that sends a message to everybody that there's two guys that could have left for the NFL after a 4-8 season, and they want to be back. And so they set the standard of, why am I here at Notre Dame? I'm here to restore the pride and tradition of Notre Dame football. So that sends a powerful message throughout the ranks and puts your offensive line in a different category. Now you return, 5 potential starters on the offensive line, 2-3 starters at running back, your tight end position, wide receiver. Pretty exciting group coming back on the offensive side.
This is a fairly rosy picture that we're painting about next year. But I do want to make it clear that there's a sense of urgency in this building. You have a sense of urgency.
Sure.
Because this last season was not acceptable. And that there has been since the end of the season. That's what the focus is, to turn it around quickly, and not just to get back on the winning track, but to have an outstanding season next year.
Yeah, look, every year in college football, the head coach is on the hot seat. You know, I mean, there's no more you have 5 years. You know, you have 1 year to prove yourself. So every year is a proving ground. And look, if we went 7-5 and lost the bowl game and we were 7-6, I'd be on the hot seat. So I recognize that. And Notre Dame has high expectations. And so we would go into this season with the same expectations that we need to win football games. And we need to do it in a manner that puts us in a position to compete against anybody. And I think what's most frustrating is that we feel like there's 5-6 games out there that we easily could have won last year. So why didn't we? And that's what we're going to get straight this offseason. That's what we'll make sure that we don't do again next year. And now we'll sit here next year and we'll talk about the kind of successes that this football team had.
Much work will be done to fix the issues that arose on defense for Notre Dame this past season, and a much more experienced group will return on D for the Irish in the fall to implement those fixes, including linebacker Greer Martini. Greer expanded his game from triple option specialist to all-around playmaker in 2016, a playmaker who ended up tying Captain Isaac Rochelle as the team's 5th leading tackler with 55 stops, including 3 sacks.
Greer's had a great year for us. I don't think he even really realizes how well he plays.
Greer is a typical Notre Dame football player. He's a really smart kid, and he's a hard worker on and off the field.
Greer's so smart, he can do, Mike, Sam, Will. He's been going from here to there, all over the place.
We needed that stop.
He's really just old school lunch pail, gonna come to practice every day and be sweaty and nasty, and you're gonna look at him and he looks like a football player.
Greer's just been a guy who's just been, he may not start or, he may not play as much, but, he's dedicated and, when he does get in there, he makes things happen.
3rd and 9, Carter is dropped for a sack. Flashing in is again Martini.
Greer Martini, the junior, can play all the linebacker positions and rush in.
As soon as he gets out there, he just makes things happen. He's like our triple option, specialist. He's the guy to get it done. I don't know how he does it. He carried that next man in mentality. He played like he was a starter every time. Whoever he was coming in for, there was no drop off. I love Greer. He's like my brother from a different mother, really.
Greer brings it day in and day out on the football field. He's another guy that, when you put your hand on there and say, count on me, you can count on Greer.
Favorite all-time movie?
Blue Street.
Favorite TV show?
Tom and Jerry.
First car you ever drove?
Lancer.
Favorite musical group or artist?
Outcast.
One thing the public would be surprised to learn about you.
I can draw.
Where is your favorite place at Notre Dame?
The Goog.
Thoughts on the plans for a video board inside Notre Dame Stadium?
Love it.
Best player to room with on the road?
Corey Holmes.
Best nickname on the team and who has it?
Me. Bones.
One thing you always hear from Coach Kelly at practice?
Run.
Assistant coach who's most like Coach Kelly?
Coach Denbrock.
Hardest hitter on the team?
Niles.
What does it mean to be a captain?
A lot of responsibility.
Best singer on the team?
McGlinchey.
Best dancer on the team?
Me.
Best dresser on the team?
Me.
Worst dresser on the team?
Malik.
Best thing about playing for Notre Dame?
Coming out every day, every Saturday, every home game, and seeing all those fans out there. It's awesome.
Corey Hunter, you've completed the 60-second drill on Inside Notre Dame Football. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
It's time now for the experts at TireRack.com question of the week for Coach Kelly. This week's question comes from Josh M. of Granger, Indiana. Coach, after 26 years as a head coach, how do you pare down your playbook for each game or season?
We start in the preseason, and it's kind of a whole methodology in that we put everything in and then we start to pull apart what we think fits the particular player. And so, as I said earlier, I'm more of fitting the plays to the players. And so we install everything and then we go to work on, pulling out of the library what we believe fits the personnel.
A Christmas tradition continued earlier this month when the Notre Dame football team, the Kelly Cares Foundation, Papa Vino's, and Meyer joined forces for the 5th annual Shop with a Player Sunday. Inside Notre Dame football went along as Notre Dame players helped make Christmas brighter for a group of underprivileged children from the New Prairie School District.
We've got a big day in store for you, a big day. We're gonna give each and every one of you a $100 gift card to go shopping. Is that okay? Are you sure? So I've brought a couple of Santa's helpers with us to help you shop.
An opportunity for players to have the opportunity to meet up with kids that may be less fortunate, and we provide a gift card and allow them to go shopping, and for them families and whatever their needs might be for the holidays, and the players get the opportunity to help them make some guided choices, if you will, and make an impact for a positive Christmas season.
You're getting her a book? You're gonna get her a color book? What else? A coat? And a bow for her hair. I think she wants to be able to tie her hair back, so I think it'd be pretty sweet.
$10. So it's a basketball hoop.
Our superintendent let us know that our children would be attending Notre Dame as a college visit. We didn't know about all the extra participation that would be taking place for our kids today, the wonderful gift for them. And I have to tell you, I can't thank Notre Dame enough to invite our New Prairie kids. Many of our students have never been on a college campus, let alone have such generosity from a community.
We work with local law enforcement, Notre Dame Security and George Heater, Kevin Kubish from the Indiana State Police, and a lot of the local municipalities. And each and every year we try to help the less fortunate in different areas of Michiana, the local law enforcement and their assistance. We were able to put today together.
It's an awesome experience to get to know someone I'd probably never meet, if it wasn't for this experience. So, I mean, I'm just fortunate that, we have the availability to do this.
That will do it for this season of Inside Notre Dame Football. All of the talented folks who put this show together for you each week wish all Irish fans everywhere a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, go Irish.
Inside Notre Dame Football is presented by TireRack.com and brought to you by Team Notre Dame partners Coca-Cola, Under Armour, and Gatorade. Inside Notre Dame Football is also brought to you by Bank of America, Canon, Xfinity, Delta Airlines, proud to be the official airline of Notre Dame Athletics, Nissan, Notre Dame Federal Credit Union, Sirius XM Satellite Radio, and UPS.